Hi, my name is Zeynab Omar. I'm from Allen High School in Dallas, Texas, and I'm here to present Deckers Corporation to you. So we'll start with a company overview. Deckers brand is a global footwear, apparel, and accessories company founded in California. They're officially known as Deckers Corporation, and their key brands are UGGs and Hoka, which are responsible for approximately 90% of their sales. It's a company which has been growing at a rapid pace and has great potential. They are a 4.3 billion revenue company with a gross margin of almost 56% with almost $900 million of operating profit. The business model has enabled them to generate a lot of cash with very little borrowing. So now just a quick insight into the footwear industry. The industry size in terms of revenue is approximately 400 billion. It is growing at a 5.9% and Deckers is a very strong player against the giants like Nike and Adidas. At this growth rate, it is expected to grow from 570 billion by 2030. This is a big opportunity for Deckers to expand and grow. The key differentiating factor for Deckers is that Nike and Adidas focus on sportswear, however Deckers emphasizes lifestyle and performance, which makes it unique versus the other companies. I also wanted to share key consumer trends globally and show you how people nowadays are buying footwear and what their preferences are and how that behavior is changing. So, number one, we have performance and comfort. People are buying hybrid footwear which they can use inside their homes, inside their offices, and for other external activity. Foot health has become very important, and the entire social media is talking about how important foot health is for physical posture and a longer life. The legacy of working from home and dressing up casually is impacting how consumers buy their footwear. Number two, we have digital shopping. In today's generation, people choose their products based on their TikTok and Instagram videos by influencers. There are opportunities to virtually try them through AI personalization as well. Number three, we have regional variations. We must keep in mind that different geographies behave differently. For example, in North America, there's a trend of performance running. In Europe, people are more conscious about sustainability. In Asia Pacific, people are ready to pay very high prices for limited editions, particularly in China, and K-pop fashion is changing what we buy and how we buy. Number four, the mega trend of sustainability and ethical buying. People are more and more becoming conscious of eco-friendly materials. There are resale and repair programs that are in place, and the human rights compliance is something that people are really conscious of. With these evolving consumer trends, Deckers has positioned itself to be at the center of these evolving forces, and it is ready to grab this opportunity. So now we have my investment thesis. My investment thesis is based on buy and hold until the end of 2026. Currently the stock price is $112 and my valuation predicts that this will be $157 by December 2026, which is a 40% stock price increase. My valuation process was based on projection sales and profitability for 2025 and 2026. I assumed a sales growth of 13% in 2025 and 2026 versus the 16% in the last 5 years. Cost of sales and operating expenses are assumed to be increasing at 11% and taxes at 24%. These assumptions result in EPS increases from 4.88 to 6.86 and using a PE of 22.85, which is conservative in my view. We get to the price of $157. So why I believe this makes sense is two things. Number one, the strength of the brand and the popularity among the young generation. Both UGG and Hoka are very popular. The sales have been growing at 16%. It has continued to outperform its competitors in terms of sales growth, and this trend is expected to continue. Number two, distribution advantage. They are big in the online shopping space. The direct-to-consumer business model is advantage versus its competitors. It gives them the advantage of saving distribution costs, and it also gives them the opportunity to directly engage with the consumer, which helps with brand loyalty. It also gives them a platform for future expansion in the digital marketplace. So now we come to revenue drivers. Hoka is known for its maximum cushioning, lightweight, and its preferred fitness-conscious consumer and lifestyle adopters, while UGG is for comfort seekers and fashion minimalists who are looking for a cozy and warm feel. UGG delivers both function and fashion to the consumer. Both brands represent almost 90% of total sales and grew revenue at a massive rate of revenue at 28 and 16%. Deckers focuses on brand loyalty and expansion into international markets such as Asia Pacific and Europe, which are main contributors to the solid performance recently, and this is expected to continue. So now we come to competitive positioning. As you can see, Deckers brand has been a consistent performer. In the last 5 years, they have grown from a 2 billion revenue company to a 4.3 billion company, and that speaks volume to the brand's strength. The distribution model is a competitive advantage. Its online presence and direct-to-consumer business model continues to help them outperform the competition and expand their distribution around the world. Due to the brand strength, they are also able to premium price its shoes and command a higher price versus its competitors. If you look at Anu, which is their new brand, it is very highly priced and gives them high margins to play with. Their production operations is also a competitive edge because they don't own any assets around the world. They work with third-party manufacturers, most of whom are based in China and Vietnam, but Deckers is also very agile and they're able to shift from one country to the other very quickly. So for example, if there are tariffs in one market, they have the strength to shift their suppliers towards another country, and that agility gives them the advantage over their competitors. So now we have my investment risks. While Hoka and UGG are their biggest brands, their dependence on two brands is also a risk. They have a history of acquiring brands and companies. Given they have excess cash, it gives them an opportunity to diversify. They have done it in the past, and I believe that they will continue to acquire more brands. The big brands like Nike, Adidas, Under Armour can give them strong competition, but their value proposition and their competitive advantage in terms of brand distribution, premium pricing, and particularly the manufacturing operations will continue to provide them with an edge over the big brands. So, dependence on China and Vietnam is a risk. However, access to several global suppliers around the world provides the ability to mitigate supply disruption and inflation. Dependence on UGG sales, mostly during winters, is a risk. However, diversification into year-round products like sandals and sneakers is a good mitigation strategy. So now we come to the valuation. As I explained earlier, I projected their income statement into 2025 and 2026. I believe that they will continue their growth trajectory in the future years. Revenue in the last 3 years has grown at 70%. I assume that it will grow at 13%. The cost increase assumption is 11%. That means that operating income will grow from 927 million in 2024 to 1.3 billion, which is after tax and EPS of 6.86 in 2026 versus 4.88 in 2024. Using the PE of 22.85, the number gives the number that we have, which is $157, which is a 40% increase versus the current price of $112. I haven't been aggressive in assumptions. As you can see, gross profit margin is an increase of only 1%, increasing from 56 to 57%, and operating margin is an increase from 22% to 24%. These numbers are the reason why I strongly believe that Deckers Corporation is a good buy opportunity right now. So now we have management and government. I will also add that Deckers boasts a strong and seasoned management with a fantastic industry experience. It has the right governance processes in place with an independent board with directors governance framework and code of ethics. So lastly, we have ESG considerations. Deckers focuses on eco-friendly materials, focus on reduction on carbon footprint and waste, makes it a responsible corporate citizen. It follows fair labor practices, raw material traceability, and ensures compliance with all legal and regulatory requirements. The company also has internal mechanisms for addressing potential ethical violations and promoting transparency in its operations. So that will conclude the end of my presentation. Thank you very much for listening.